Let's get straight into our top breaking story. One of the police officers linked to the murder of the Eldorado Park teenager, Nathaniel Julies, has been granted bail. Vorster Netshiongolo has been released on 10,000 rand bail. He had previously said the court made an error after it failed to grant him bail in September. Netshiongolo was arrested a few days after the killing of 16-year-old Julies and faces charges including defeating the ends of justice and concealing evidence. Now, 2 other officers have been charged with murder and discharging a firearm in a public space. Julies was shot dead in Eldorado Park in August. Now, staying with the story, our reporter Malungelo Booi joins us live now from the Protea Magistrates Court in Soweto. Malungelo, very good morning to you. 10,000 rand bail has been granted. Police officer Vorster Netshiongolo will be spending Christmas with his family.
That's right. I suppose the Netshiongolo family is relieved after today's ruling. He has been granted about 10,000 rand bail and he's expected back in court on the 27th of January. And of course, there are conditions that have been set with that bail. I mean, one of the things that he has to do, if he's going to leave Gauteng, for example, he has to go and report that to the police officer. Has been told that he must not actually interfere with the police investigation. And of course, that's one of the things, though he had argued that his likelihood of him interfering with the police investigations is zero, considering the fact that police had in fact indicated, or the state had indicated, that the investigation is almost complete. Well, the NPA had, or the state had in fact opposed this bail. Let's quickly get their reaction to this. Gauteng spokesperson for the National Prosecuting Authority is Pindi Mjolondwana. Pindi, I suppose you did not get what you want. How are you feeling about that?
Well, we accept the court's decision as the NPA. I remember that at the end of the day, we tried our best as the NPA and we put forth our argument that the accused failed to adduce of any new facts in his bail application, but the court ruled otherwise. Nonetheless, it's not the end of the matter. The matter has now been set down to the 27th of January 2021 for further investigation.
I mean, one of the things, Pindi, the NPA or the state had said was that if one of the accused is granted bail, there were concerns that, there might be public unrest yet again. Is that concern still there?
Well, we cannot preempt what will happen in terms of public unrest and stuff like that. But it was one of our arguments in court that their release on bail will undermine public safety and will undermine public order as well. So the court ruled that the accused managed to adduce of new facts in his application to be released on bail, and hence we say as the NPA we accept the court decision as we understand how the law works. And this is by no means the end of the matter, and we'd like to appeal with the public out there to allow the law to take its course.
All right, Pindim Jonondwanampo, she speaks for the National Prosecuting Authority here in Gauteng. I am trying to get the granddad of Nathaniel Julies to see if he can speak to us. Sir, thank you so much for talking to us. I'm going to ask you to please say your name for me and the surname.
My name is James Julies.
James Julies.
I'm the grandfather of Nathaniel.
Thank you so much for talking to me, sir. One of the men who has been accused of killing your grandson, has been granted bail. I saw the mom crying earlier. How are you feeling? How's the family feeling?
At the moment, we've got such mixed feelings, but be it as it may, that the justice system, we cannot go against what the judge has said. We have to accept it. He has been granted bail of 10,000 rand. And for us as a family, that is just a blow in our faces, because nothing has been taken in consideration of the family as such.
Okay.
But we still got a long way to go. We know it's not yet. They will still appear on the 27th of January at the very same court. And we hope that, as they are saying to us, that the case is almost wrapped up and almost ready for trial.
Yeah. All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, that's the grandfather of Nathaniel Julies, giving us a sense really of how the family is feeling. I did see the mother. She was in tears, and I see she is speaking to other journalists. So let's try and see if we can quickly squeeze that in as well.
I don't know what to feel anymore. I don't know my emotions because it's hard. It's the first Christmas without Nathaniel, and we don't know how can we deal with this, because now the bail is approved, and I don't know what's going to happen now in Eldorado Park, and because I think even now the residents is even angry.
Thank you. All right, that's Bridget Harris, that's the mother of Nathaniel Julies, saying that it will be the first Christmas the family spends without Nathaniel Julies, and of course saying that she is heartbroken, and also she doesn't know how the community of Eldorado Park will feel about this decision. This is something, then, the latter part really of what she said. This is something that the National Prosecuting Authority had in fact raised in court, saying that they were concerned that if the accused or any of the accused were granted bail, it would actually lead again to public outcry in Eldorado Park. You do remember, in fact, on the day this incident happened, there was a lot of it led to so many protests in that particular community, and they were not pretty. They were violent protests, and community members clashing with police, and community members being clear that all they wanted really was justice. And of course, though, if you've heard the granddad of Nathaniel Julies telling me earlier that, well, they do understand though that the court or the trial or this is not the finalization really of the matter, that this matter will still continue. But what the family is essentially hoping for, really, that it is hoping for justice. But this, what happened today, the ruling by the Protea Magistrates Court to grant one of the three men who is linked to the murder of the teenager with Down syndrome, they do regard it as a bit of a drawback for them.
As the family regards this as a drawback, and listening into Nathaniel Julies' mother, who says residents in Eldorado Park are indeed angry, you painted a brief picture of what unfolded on the day that the residents took to the streets with rocks and bricks, pelting police, and really speaking to the sense and confidence that those residents were speaking to when it comes to policing in Eldorado Park, saying that they don't trust the police and they have no faith in the police.
Yeah. That's right. In fact, I mean, one of the things the Nathaniel Julies' case, what it has done, it really sort of like showed how that particular community really does not have faith in the police. But that's not something new. We know of cases like this in South Africa where community members are actually, they don't have faith in the police because of many cases. I'm trying to get the attention of the lawyer of Vorster Netshiongolo just to get a reaction on what happened today. Say, you live on Newzroom Afrika. You must be relieved that your client is actually going to be spending Christmas with his family.
No, I don't get your question. Even before I was relieved. So to come and say I must be relieved, I don't get you. I'm always relieved every time I came to court for this case. Yeah. So I don't get your question clearly.
Is he pleased with the judgment?
The client?
Yeah.
I believe so, because everyone who's arrested wants to be out of the cells. So I believe, although I haven't met with him, but I believe he's very happy and pleased. But I haven't met with him.
Yeah. You must also be happy with this outcome.
Happy of?
With this outcome, with today's outcome, I think.
No.
That he's been granted bail.
No, let me tell you, I don't take this thing as a victory.
Yeah.
Because everyone is entitled to get bail.
Sure.
Every accused person, doesn't matter what's the charge level against you, you are entitled to get bail. And the bail must not be seen as an anticipation of punishment. Because there's still a trial stage where then indeed the facts will be proven. But at this stage, you cannot just keep a person arbitrarily for no apparent reason. So, yeah, but to say I'm pleased, no, it's not. I understand that we're talking of a life that has been lost.
Sure.
Yeah, I understand that aspect, but we must try and not confuse issues.
Yeah.
There is law in each and everything that is, because I believe the public is of the view, because of the media outcry, is of the view that people must not get bail, which is wrong. We need to apply the law to the facts that are before us and make a proper decision, not being intimidated by the media. You get my point?
Thank you so much. I don't think anyone is being intimidated by the media. But thank you so much for your time. All right. Mpho, that's it from us for now here at the Protea Magistrates Court. That's the advocate that's representing Vorster Netshiongolo, saying that obviously he has not interacted with him just yet, but he does believe that Vorster Netshiongolo must be relieved of the decision that has been made, because he'll get to spend time with his family. Mpho?
Very well. Let's leave it there for now. Our reporter Malungelo Booi at the Protea Magistrates Court just getting a sense and reaction following the news that one of the police officers accused in this murder case of teenager Nathaniel Julies has been granted bail of 10,000 rand with conditions as announced by the judge.